Welcome to Arts Talk TV. We're putting a spotlight on creativity. Hi, I'm Karina Lawrence and you're watching Arts Talk TV. We're here at the BPAC Collective in Brisbane, which is an initiative with the Brisbane Performing Arts Challenge. They have their live show on Broadway this year, and I am lucky enough to sit across and chat with one of the leading performers and creatives. Please welcome to the show the exceptionally talented Matthew Manahan.
Thank you very much for having me.
So great to have you on the show. Now, you are a graduate of WAPA. Tell us what it was like training and being part of that full-time graduate course.
It's an amazing school, an amazing course for musical theatre. I think I was about 15 when I heard Ramin Karimloo sing Till I Hear You Sing.
Oh wow.
And at that time I knew that's when I wanted to be an actor. And it was actually Miss Rhonda from the Ritz Performing Arts Centre and also the BPAC convener that said there's this school called WAPA.
Yeah.
And she said you need to pick up your game a bit. So I got my butt into gear and was lucky to get in out of high school.
Wow.
And I have to say there were 3 very pivotal years.
Yeah.
I made some amazing friends, but coming from regional Queensland, not really being around the arts, to all of a sudden being around your people, was a pretty amazing experience. WAPA really trains you to work as an ensemble. You know, we always want to be the leading lady or the leading man, but to work as a team is really what I took away. Always be nice to the lighting and sound guys and you'll look a star.
Your first Australian premiere was of Andrew Lloyd Webber and The Beautiful Game of Hugo.
The funny thing with The Beautiful Game was actually there's this particular scene where we're at a party. We've just been in a soccer match and there's a transition on stage. And we all had these kind of 1960s tidy-whitey undies. And on this particular day I forgot to wear mine. I wore undies, but they were fluoro yellow. And that was actually the day that David Newman, a casting director in Sydney, was watching. And he related back to actually my first employer, David Hawkins, who did Cabaret. There's this kid, he's a little bit different, but I think you should check him out. Wow. And it was actually from that mistake in that show with Meryl Tankard that I was cast on my first show just before I left.
And also featuring in Aspects of Love.
Yeah, it's amazing to see it go from about a 1,200 seat theatre in London to 110 seats.
Yes.
And how do you make that work? And a lot of the themes, I suppose, are slightly dated now. So the big part was to try and contemporise it and bring it to the norm now and the form. And our director, Andrew, was fantastic. And his partner, Nathan Wright, who choreographed it, worked brilliantly as a team. There's a bit of a gag that we laugh about. There was over, I think, 600 props in this small 110 seat theatre. They really went for a sense of realism. So for us in the ensemble and the understudies, I spent most of my time doing choreographic chair moves to change the set. It was, I love Lloyd Webber. He's played such a big part in my life, definitely.
You've also featured in TV shows. You were cast as Ben Reed in season 2 of The Bureau of Magical Things with Nickelodeon, which is now streaming on Netflix.
With musical theatre, you rehearse it until it is absolutely perfect and you replicate that every night. With film and television, there's, particularly coming from the theatre, there's a bit of an old habit that will see you over-rehearse something. But in actual reality, you might be on set for 12 hours a day and it needs to be fresh. So after a bit of experience, I learned that I would learn my sides, my script, just the night before and come in fresh with ideas. You get one rehearsal and then a couple of takes. So to know that there was options to, if I stuffed up essentially, go again was quite nice. But also, you know, there's quite a lot of money involved, so it moves very, very quickly. And one day you could be doing the start of the story, and the next day you're shooting the ending of a 10-part series.
So
I think we had 20 episodes. I absolutely loved it, definitely.
Okay, so you're back here in Brisbane and you're now featured as a professional performer and creator with this awesome show on Broadway. What has this experience been like for you?
I've admittedly never come to Brisbane in a professional show. I've worked on the Gold Coast with the 50th anniversary of Hair, but this was my first time performing in Brizzy, and it was phenomenal. The students, artists are incredible. Their hunger, their passion, and really their ability to learn and take direction is phenomenal. Having the ability to talk to Sarah, to talk to Keith and Nikki and myself, the eye-opening thing I think for everyone is that we all love to rehearse that one skill we're very good at. All right, we like to do that and not necessarily focus on the areas that we need to improve on. Everyone, including all of the creatives, have areas they can improve on. But I have to say the level that these kids are at is very, very high. And if they keep working, there's a high chance they'll get into either VCA, WAPA, NIDA, the Conservatorium here. They're certainly on the right path.
So it's a great gateway for even furthermore.
Absolutely, and I would love, I'd love to see more regional artists come. I mean, coming from a small country town myself, Stanthorpe, I always knew I wanted to do this, but I think deep down I never thought I had a shot coming from a small town. But I have to say, I can't say it to the city kids, but the regional kids, they put on a good show.
They got a hunger.
They got a hunger.
You've got to really dig deep for that hunger.
Yeah, it was for me. I didn't have to dig deep for the hunger because it was there, but I knew I had to work harder. I was lucky enough to have the Ritz Performing Arts Centre come out once or twice a week, Friday and Saturday, and for me that was just enough training, and I just knew that these kids were doing 4, 5, 6 days a week. But I think if your heart's in the right place and you're a good person, a hard worker, and have the talent and work ethic to back it up, anything's possible.
Absolutely, I love that. All right, so we have a fun little segment on Arts Talk TV.
Yes.
It's called the Shutter Speed Challenge. Okay. What's your favourite thing about being in the creative arts?
The 5-minute call. Just before you go on.
That adrenaline.
Yeah, that adrenaline. Here we go.
That's so cool. Okay, person you'd most like to meet?
There's two, sorry. Daniel Day-Lewis as an actor. I love his work. He's just an incredible method actor. I find very inspiring. And Billy Joel. I grew up with Billy Joel. Yeah, my music comes from him.
Oh wow. What would you ask him?
Oh, can you teach me Piano Man? Can you sing it with me? Sing with you.
Oh my gosh, incredible. Okay, if you had to label creativity with a colour, what colour would you choose?
Emerald.
Oh wow.
Emerald, very royal. Yeah.
Okay, what would you miss most about the entertainment creative arts industry?
I would miss the bonds of a dressing room. There, you get to know people. You spend most of your time with them.
They're like family.
Family, for better or for worse at times, but you get to see the highs and the lows.
Oh, I like it. Okay, in one word, what does the arts mean to you?
Escape.
Wow, brilliant.
Yeah.
Matthew, it has been such a delight to sit across from you and listen to your beautiful journey and share your extraordinary talent. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for joining us. We look forward to seeing you at our next episode.